butterflies because uh, monarchs are not eaten by birds. Monarchs don't taste good to birds, so the birds don't eat monarch butterflies. So viceroy behave like monarchs. Why they behave like monarchs? So that the birds mistake them to be monarchs and don't eat them. तो वाइसरॉयज जो है मोनार्क्स को इसलिए कॉपी करते हैं ताकि वो बर्ड्स का प्रे बनने से बच सकें. This research he carried on. Then again another research he carried on, the 12 golden spots. There are 12 golden spots on the body of the monarch pupa. तो पहले लोगों को लगता था कि गोल्डन स्पॉट्स जो है वो सिर्फ बटरफ्लाई को सुंदर बनाते हैं. बाद में एब्राइट ने रिसर्च किया और उन्होंने पाया कि ये जो गोल्ड स्पॉट्स हैं, these gold spots secrete a growth hormone. So he again gave to the world the new theory that 12 tiny gold spots are not for beautifying the butterfly. The tiny gold spots are for the growth of the butterfly. And in science, if you just give a theory, it is not enough. You have to prove your theory. So Richard also proved his theory. Richard Ebright, how he proved his theory? He took the cells from the butterfly's wings and he put the growth hormone on it. He extracted some cells from a butterfly and then he put the growth hormones on the butterfly cells और artificially उन्होंने बाहर एक butterfly को grow किया. How did he grow the butterfly? Using the hormones of the from the tiny spots. So in this way, he proved his theory to the world. In fact, he was able to grow a butterfly from the butterfly cells using those growth hormones extracted from the tiny spots. So in this way, he proved his theory to the world. Then he also started working on how the cells contain the blueprint of the DNA. एब्राइट ने दुनिया को ये थ्योरी भी दिया कि सेल्स में जो है हेरेडिटी के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होते हैं. एवरी सेल ऑफ द ह्यूमन बॉडी contains some characteristics of the heredity. Ebright and his college roommate James R. Wong worked all that night drawing pictures and constructing plastic models of molecules. So they constructed artificial molecules. To study the molecules, they constructed plastic models, artificial molecules, to show how it could happen. Together, they later wrote the paper that explained the theory. So Richard worked along with his roommate. What was the name of his roommate? James R. Wong. Richard worked along with his roommate, James R. Wong. Surprising, no one knew him. Richard Ebright graduated from Harvard with highest honors. So Richard Ebright got admission in one of the most prestigious colleges, Harvard. And from there he got the honors degree. And in his class, there were 1,510 students. And among those students, he got the second position. So this was also a big achievement, getting second position among a class of 1,510 students. Graduate student researcher at Harvard Medical School. There he began doing experiments to test his theory. If the theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the processes of life. So cells are very much related to human life. What happens in cancer? The cells start rotting. One cell rots and then it spreads. So cell is very important. Cell is an important part of life. And Richard Ebright was studying the cells. So naturally, it is a very important subject. Richard Ebright graduated from, if the theory proves correct, it will be a big step towards understanding the processes of life. So he is studying human cells. animal cells. So it is he is understanding the process of life. It might also lead to new ideas for preventing some types of cancer. So cancer also to some extent cancer also is hereditary. That is why it is warned in the family. If the elders have cancer, the younger generation is warned to be careful. There is some chance, maybe very less, but there is chance that cancer also depends on heredity. So Richard Ebright's research may prove helpful in preventing some types of cancer. So naturally his research is very important. If it can prove helpful in, not in eliminating, of course we cannot eliminate that disease, but at least in preventing some types of cancer. So Richard's theory can help in preventing some types of cancer, preventing some types of cancer and other diseases. So naturally his cell research is very important because it can prevent some diseases, and even it can prevent cancer to some extent. All of this is possible because of Ebright's scientific curiosity. And how was he able to do all this? Because of his curious mind. As we were told right from the childhood, Ebright was a very good student also. He was a very good student, and right from his childhood he had a very curious mind. Right from his childhood he was very intelligent. So he was able to give this cell theory to the world only because of his curiosity and intelligence. All this is possible because his high school research into the purpose of the spots of a monarch pupa. और ये रिसर्च शुरू कहाँ से हुआ था? This research on cells started from the studying the spots on the monarch pupa. He began by studying the golden spots of the monarch pupa and gradually went forward to study the other cells, led him to the theory about cell life. Richard Ebright has been interested in science since he first began collecting butterflies. So, and how did his interest in science develop? It developed from collecting butterflies. So, when had he started collecting butterflies? Yes, kindergarten. He had started collecting butterflies when he was in the nursery classes. Because he was a single child, only child, so he used to feel very lonely. There was no one to play with. He could not play football. He could not play baseball. So he started collecting things. This became his hobby and pastime. So he started collecting butterflies when he was in the nursery class. And by the time he was in class 2, he had already collected 25 species of butterflies. So this initially his journey of a scientist, from where did it begin? It began from collecting butterflies. So his journey of a scientist began from collecting butterflies. Of course, mother's role is very vital in Ebright's life. माँ ने बहुत important role play किया. बचपन से ही उन्होंने सारे scientific equipments उसको खरीद के दिए, microscope, telescope, everything that would. Okay, but not so deeply that he hasn't time for other interests. So Ebright's favorite subject is science and butterflies, but he has other interests also. So he is a scientist, but he has other interests also. Ebright also became a champion debater. What are his other interests? He is a very good debater. He is a very good debater and public speaker. He is a very good orator also, public speaker. So apart from science, Ebright has other interests also. He is a good public speaker, he is a good debater and a good canoeist and he has other interests also. He loves to ride a canoe. Canoe is a kind of boat. Canoe is a kind of boat. It has a flat platform. So he also loves water sports. He loves canoeing. Good canoeist and all-round outdoor person. And he is an outdoor person. He does not want to remain confined to the house. Means he likes to go on trips and travels. He is an outdoor person means what? He wants to travel to various places. He is a very good speaker. He is a very good debater. And he is also interested in canoeing. Canoeing means moving the boat, canoeist. He is also an expert photographer. Besides, he has also interest in photography. He is a very good photographer. So he is a very versatile person. Versatile, you understand? What is the meaning of versatile? Huh? Varied interest. Someone who has varied interest, who is expert in many fields. A person who is expert in many fields. So, if we take the example of Richard Ebright, he is really a versatile person. Good scientist, good public speaker, good debater. So, he is talented in many things. And he is an outdoor person. He likes to go on trips and travels. Outdoor person. He is also an expert photographer, particularly of nature and scientific exhibits. And what photography is he interested in? Photography of nature and photography of science exhibits, scientific displays. So he is a good photographer, and in photography his interest is nature and scientific exhibits. In high school, Richard Ebright was a straight A student. In high school, he was a A grade student. A grade student means very good in studies. He always used to get top positions in class. He was a A grade student. He used to get top positions in the class because learning was easy. Right from the childhood. He had a curious and intelligent mind, so learning was easy. Learning was not a burden for him. Learning was very, very easy. He turned a lot of his energy towards the debating and Model United Nations Club. So apart from using his energy in scientific field, he also used his energy in debating. Towards the debating and Model United Nations Club, he also found someone to admire. Richard A. Wieherer, his social studies teacher. So there is one person who admires Richard Ebright a lot. And who is that person? He is the SST teacher, social studies teacher. So the name of Ebright's social studies teacher is Richard A. Wieherer, and he admires Richard a lot. This particular teacher admires Richard a lot. Social studies teacher and advisor to both clubs. Mr. Wieherer was the perfect person for me then. So he had a very good relation with his teacher, SST teacher, Mr. Wieherer. He opened my mind to new ideas. And why is Richard thankful to his social studies teacher? Because that teacher opened his mind to new ideas. That teacher gave him new ideas to work upon. So he is very grateful. Richard Ebright is very grateful to his social studies teacher, Mr. Wieherer, because he gave him new ideas, opened my mind to new ideas, Ebright said. Richard would always give that extra effort. And why does the teacher admire Richard? क्योंकि रिचर्ड को कोई भी काम दिया जाता था तो he used to take extra effort for that work. means he was very hardworking, and he used to make extra effort for any work, give that extra effort. Mr. Vihara said, what pleased me was, here was this person who put in 3 or 4 hours at night doing debate research, besides doing all his research with butterflies and his other interests. So he was a very good scientist, and he was carrying on scientific research. But along with the scientific research, he would give his 100% in other fields also. ऐसा नहीं कि वो साइंटिफिक रिसर्च में ही सिर्फ समय देते थे. इफ़ ही हैड अदर वर्क, in that work also he will give his 100% and extra effort. And if needed, he could even wake up at night. अगर समय कम है तो वो रात में 4 घंटे जग कर भी एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट लेते थे. What pleased me here was this person who put in 3 or 4 hours at night. So if there was scarcity of time during the day, what would he do? He would wake up at night. So whatever work he got, he did it with full perfection, not only in science. Even if he had to prepare for a debate, he would also do that work with the same perfection. And if there was scarcity of time, अगर समय कम रहता तो वो रात में 4 घंटे जग के उस काम को भी उतने ही अच्छे से करते थे. So because of this, the SST social studies teacher Vihara admires him a lot, because he used to put in extra effort for whatever work he got, doing debate research besides doing all his research with butterflies and his other interests. Richard was competitive. So if anyone is excelling in any field, so what is the reason behind? If a person is excelling, that means the person is very competitive. जो लोग भी एक्सेल करते हैं उनमें जो है कॉम्पिटिटिव स्पिरिट बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है. whoever excels, they are not satisfied to be at number 2. They always want to be number 1. So that spirit should be there. If you want to excel in any field, you have to be competitive. You have to, if you are satisfied with whatever you get, then you cannot attain the highest position. So he was very competitive. Richard was competitive. Mr. Vihara continued, but not in a bad sense. He was competitive, but not in a bad sense. Competitive in a bad sense means what? कि unfair means use करके भी top पर जाना है. Those who are competitive in a bad sense, what they do? They want to be at the top by hook or crook. But healthy competition means what? You work honestly and you go at the top. So Richard believed in healthy competition. That is why whatever work he got, he did it with extra effort, because he believed in good competition. So, but not in a bad sense. So he was competitive, but not in a bad sense. Means he wanted to be on the top with honest efforts, not by any dishonest means. Bad sense, he explained, Richard wasn't interested in winning for the sake of winning to get a prize, and he did not want to be at the top just because he wanted to become very famous. He wanted to be at the top so that he could do good to others also. So Richard wasn't interested in winning for the winning's sake or winning to get a prize. Rather, he was winning because he wanted to do the best job he could. So why he wanted to win? Because he wanted to do whatever work he got in the best way. So not because he wanted to get personal name and fame. Name, fame unko mila. That was the result of his good competition. He got name and fame. That was the result because he believed in good competition. But he just wanted to do whatever work he got in the best possible way. For the right reasons, he wants to be the best. So he wants to be the best for the right reasons. And that is one of the ingredients in the making of a scientist. So what is one of the essential qualities? Here ingredients means not any substance. Here ingredient means the quality. So what is one of the quality of being a scientist? Curious mind, and also to be very passionate about the work. If you see Richard, he is passionate about whatever he does. Whatever he does it with full passion and energy. So that is very important. Ingredient means things. In making of a scientist, start with the first rate mind. First of all, he had the first rate mind. First rate mind means what? Intelligent mind, bright mind. So he had a bright mind, curiosity. So what is the other essential quality of a scientist? He had all the qualities of a scientist. First was the a very intelligent mind, then curiosity, and mix in the will to win. And what was the third important quality that made him such a renowned scientist? The desire to win, not for winning, but what was, when he was doing his job, what was at the back of his mind? Not getting a prize. Back of the mind was, I have got this job, I should do it in the best possible way. So mix in the will to win for the right reasons. So he wanted to win for the right reasons, not because to defeat anyone, just to do his job in the best way. Ebright has these qualities from the time the book The Travels of Monarch X. And the book The Travels of Monarch X, that was also a turning point in Ebright's life, because after he read the book only his scientific interest was aroused. First he started studying butterfly migration, which he read in this book The Travels of Monarch X, which was about the migration. The travel here means migration of the monarch species of butterfly. So this book also holds a very important position in the life of Ebright, which was gifted to him by his mother. The Travels of Monarch X opened the world of science to him. Richard Ebright has never lost his scientific curiosity. So till now he has the scientific curiosity in him. Question answer. So this Sunday test you are going to have two chapters, 100 dresses part 1 and 2. Of course they are only one chapter, part 1 and 2, and direct indirect speech, narration. Okay, I've put it in the class group. So, and in direct and indirect speech, in the new pattern questions, you are going to get from indirect to direct also. Earlier you used to get a dialogue and complete it. Now in this new pattern you are going to get indirect speech, and you have to convert it into direct speech. Those questions also you will get, and you will get questions from letter also. From the letter writing also you have MCQ question. Don't think कि letter writing में MCQ नहीं आएगा. Letter writing से भी MCQ आ सकता है. सब्जेक्ट मिसिंग रहेगा, 4 सब्जेक्ट दिया है, उसमें से चूज़ करना है, या एंड में जो लिखते हैं योर्स फेथफुली, योर्स सिंसियरली, मे बी दैट इज़ मिसिंग, यू हैव टू पुट, और मे बी द बिगिनिंग लाइन ऑफ अ लेटर इज़ मिसिंग. So you should know how to start a complaint letter, how to end a complaint letter. Complaint letter के end में क्या लिखते हैं? अगर कोई डिवाइस ख़राब हो गया, उसका कंप्लेंट लेटर लिखते हैं तो क्या एंड में लिखते हैं? So I request you to send the service engineer as early as possible, or to replace. So you should know how to end a letter, how to begin a letter, the subject. So you are going to get MCQ questions from letter writing also. And all of you know about the deleted chapters. From this book, Footprints Without Feet, 2 chapters have been deleted from the first term. Footprints Without Feet, third chapter, Midnight Visitor, is deleted, and A Question of Trust, that also is deleted. So for the first term, you have only 3 chapters. सप्लीमेंट्री रीडर से फर्स्ट टर्म में 3 ही चैप्टर्स है, और जो फर्स्ट फ्लाइट बुक है उससे कोई चैप्टर डिलीट नहीं हुआ है. फ्रॉम द फर्स्ट फ्लाइट बुक ओनली पोएम्स हैव बीन डिलीटेड. हाउ टू टेल वाइल्ड एनिमल्स हैज़ बीन डिलीटेड, एंड अमांडा हैज़ बीन पुट इन द सेकेंड टर्म. जो फर्स्ट फ्लाइट बुक है उसमें से पोएम डिलीट हुआ है. लेट मी सी. How to tell wild animals is deleted. Amanda, you have to study in the second term. Amanda is not in the first term. CBSE का जो syllabus है उसी को follow करना. I have sent it in the group, so all of you, have you seen it? CBSE वाला syllabus भेजे थे, 2 बार group में भेजे, और latest pattern questions also I have sent you. You can practice from those questions. How much time is left? So in the first term you have letter to editor, complaint letter, official and business. 3 kinds of letter you have in the first term. In the second term you have second term enquiry or order. Second term you have letter of enquiry, letter of order, and analytical paragraphs. That is in the second term. Okay. Amanda has been shifted to the second term.